another day is here. Wake up, Billies, wake up, Billies. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Billies, wake up, Billies. Everybody gotta put the time in. Wake up, Billies, wake up, Billies. Voice of opinion and place your calling. Be yourself, see yourself, this is the show my people. Believe our hopes are to needless reason. Nobody feel left out, it's the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No respect, unselfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes to build a and all the things that must happen and not got blue skies. And nothing that people get victimized. Let's work together for better, we got to unite. Billies, yeah. Wake up, Billies, wake up, Billies. Another day is here. Wake up, Billies, wake up, Billies. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Billies, wake up, Billies. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Billies, wake up, Billies. Voice of opinion and place your calling. Get up, make every day count. Don't waste it, people. Do your part, play a role, get where you need to. You can tune in for work or in your vehicle. If you got a problem, pick up the phone. Why wait till the time calling is the show with no matter even if you're at home. Just call in. Trouble your bed. Wake up, Billies, wake up, Billies. Another day is here. Wake up, Billies, wake up, Billies. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Billies, wake up, Billies. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Billies, wake up, Billies. Voice of opinion and place your calling. Be yourself, see yourself, this is the show my people. Believe our hopes are to needless reason. Nobody feel left out, it's the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No respect, unselfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes to obey. And all the things that must happen and not got blue skies. And nothing that people get victimized. Let's work together for better, we got to unite. Billies, yeah. Wake up, Billies, wake up, Billies. Another day is here. Wake up, Billies, wake up, Billies. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Billies, wake up, Billies. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Billies, wake up, Billies. Voice of opinion and place your calling. Wake up, Billies, wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies, wake up, Billies. Another day is here. Wake up, Billies, wake up, Billies. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Billies, wake up, Billies. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Billies, wake up, Billies. Voice of opinion and place your calling. Be yourself, see yourself, this is the show my people. Believe our hopes are to needless reason. Nobody feel left out, it's the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No respect, unselfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes to obey. And all the things that must happen and not got blue skies. And nothing that people get victimized. Let's work together for better, we got to unite. Billies, yeah. Wake up, Billies, wake up, Billies. Another day is here. Wake up, Billies, wake up, Billies. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Billies, wake up, Billies. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Billies, wake up, Billies. Voice of opinion and place your calling. Get up, make every day count. Don't waste it, people. Do your part, play a role, get where you need to. You can tune in for work or in your vehicle. If you got a problem, pick up the...
It's Monday morning and it's the 25th of August 2025. I'm Mose, hosting Belize's premier morning conversation today, and we welcome everybody. While I know we're logging in there, they listen to Cremator, watching XTV, those on our apps, of course, those you have to put on your device by downloading them, or social media streams. We're glad that you're here by simulcast coverage as well. And as the new day comes your way in a new work week, we hope that your body is up to it, feeling well, strong, healthy, and ready to go. That your energy level is high and your vibrations, everything around you, your energy and all things are aligned in a way that is up, positive style. And In our interest, we hope that your morning got space. We know it's usually busy, but hope you got enough leave space. You could spend quality time with we, and hopefully we can get you on board to hear your thoughts and views. As ultimately, that's the game plan around here. That's what we do weekday mornings. Try to get you into our conversation. But before we get to that, we've got the warm-ups, as we call them. And that means we've got a news package prepared for you by our news team. But we turn first to the National Meteorological Service. Weekday mornings, they kind of make sure we know what kind of footing we're upon with the weather. And so for that, the latest weather forecast, we turn to forecaster Tariq Matthews from the Met Service.
Morning, Belize. Our latest radar imagery for this morning showed a few showers and isolated thunderstorms, mostly over the southern parts of the country. A tropical wave is supporting moist and unstable conditions over our area. The 24-hour forecast: skies will be cloudy at times. A few showers and thunderstorms will occur around the country, especially over northern and southern areas today. Then, shower activity will decrease and become isolated tonight, except for the south, where a few more will redevelop. The maximum temperatures for today will reach 85 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 91 inland, and 79 up in the hills. The low temperatures for tonight will be around 81 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 74 inland, and 68 up in the hills. The winds will be from the east-southeast at 10 to 20 knots with higher gusts, and the sea conditions will be moderate to rough. There is a small craft caution in effect for occasionally gusty winds and locally rough seas, especially near heavy showers and thunderstorms. Operators of small craft are advised to exercise caution. A high tide will occur this morning at 10 past 11. Followed by a low tide this evening at 5:44, another high tide tonight at 11:30, and another low tide early tomorrow morning at 5:56. The sun rose this morning at 5:37 and will set this evening at 6:11. The moon will rise this morning at 7:35 and will set tonight at 7:48. The outlook for Tuesday and Tuesday night: skies will be cloudy at times. Shower activity will be generally isolated, with a medium chance for a few more over the south Tuesday night. In the tropical weather outlook, at 3 a.m. this morning, Tropical Storm Fernand was located near latitude 33.7 degrees north and longitude 58.8 degrees west, or about 360 miles east-northeast of Bermuda. Fernand was moving to the north-northeast at 12 miles per hour with a maximum sustained winds of 50 miles per hour. This system poses no threat to Belize. Also, a tropical wave located over the Windward Islands continues to produce showers and thunderstorms. This system now has a low chance of development as it moves westward into the Caribbean Sea. This system currently poses no threat to Belize, but we at the NMS will continue to monitor its progression. For a review of our forecast and other products, please visit our website at nms.gov.bz. With that, we end this morning's forecast from the Belize National Met Service.
The first private radio in Belize since 1989, Creme FM presents the news. Informative, accurate, current information, local, regional, and international news, weather and sports. And now, the news.
And now we bring you news. 45-year-old freelance reporter Joseph Ryan Budna is a polarizing figure. He's either reviled for his past sexual crimes against minors, or he is greatly appreciated by his thousands of followers on social media who welcome his bold, unfiltered reporting. He was known for his relentless pursuit of everyday stories and confrontational tactics, and was unafraid to call out politicians in his extended Facebook Live posts. But whether admired or despised, his forced return to Guatemala, with whom Belize has no standing extradition agreement, has made many Belizeans uncomfortable, and it has generated intense debate on social media. A significant portion of the public believes his abduction was a calculated, deliberate act orchestrated at the highest levels of government with coordination from local authorities and Guatemalan police. Others were deeply troubled by the possibility that authorities from Guatemala may have crossed or porous borders and kidnapped him themselves. The official Guatemalan report is that Budna was detained in El Arenal, Petén, bordering Arenal and the Belize side, where there is an illegal crossing. A few considered the possibility that he had made many enemies and that there was a bounty on his head. On Sunday morning, a voice recording surfaced of Budna himself stating it was Belize police who abducted him and took him to Arenal. It was reportedly recorded by a Belizean who was at a clinic in Petén where Budna was taken for treatment.
You get my brother number? You go text her? Explain to her the police then Belize and Mendoza live front of the library, the orange one. And as I don't lock off the live, police they run from my police station, go to the police station yard and from my banquitas with big baston with mask and what me in my head, tape my mouth and handcuff me. And dash me in my blue sky blue.
On Saturday, very little had been forthcoming from Belizean authorities. What was known was that he was taken just after 9 p.m. Friday in front of the Sandy Hunter Library, only a stone's throw away from the Orange Walk police station. The report was that he was forced into a vehicle by several men. He had just concluded a Facebook Live. Elise Gill, a Belizean blogger who currently resides in the US, said she received a call from someone in Orange Walk informing her of the abduction about an hour after it happened.
From Orange Walk called me and said, oh, they made try help Mr. Budna and they just kidnapped Mr. Budna and they stay there and watch police process the scene and pick up a belonging and gone in at the station with it. Some people throw Mr. Budna in a vehicle and carry the people and say they may try help, but I guess the kidnappers them is stronger than the people there. People now risk their life in a certain way too.
Gill says they also told her that police immediately towed the vehicle into their parking lot and took possession of Budna's phone and other electronic devices left behind. On Saturday morning, when we asked the police about the report of Budna's abduction, they only responded that a vehicle had been abandoned near the Sandy Hunter Library along Hospital Crescent Street and that it had been impounded for forensic processing. Because they had not named anyone in the initial report, they were asked to indicate what incident they referred to, but they only said there was a commotion. They asked for patience as the investigation was ongoing. It would not be until about after 3 p.m. Saturday that reports started surfacing that Budna was recaptured in Arenal, Petén. This will be confirmed with a post on the Facebook page of Guatemalan police at around 5:30 p.m. Saturday. Budna was wanted in Guatemala for escape while serving a prison term for kidnapping and extortion. He was convicted in Guatemala in May of 2013 for one of several cases and was sentenced to 25 years in prison. Media in Guatemala also reported a second sentence of 30 years for another case of kidnapping and extortion the following year. In May of 2019, he escaped when he was taken for treatment at the hospital in San Benito, Petén. After some time, he resumed reporting in Belize. In 2023, while living in San Ignacio, he was inside his bedroom with a 16-year-old Kelvin Hernandez when shots were fired at the wooden dwelling on Branch Mount Road and the minor was killed. Last year, he was charged by Belize police for abetment to murder for a 2021 case in Belmopan. Back in 2000, he was sentenced to 10 years in prison for the rape of a 14-year-old boy. He was freed by 2008 and began doing some reporting until he moved to Guatemala. Just before midday Sunday, the Belize Police Department released a statement saying that Guatemala police confirmed they have Budna in their custody, but that they have not disclosed the details surrounding his apprehension. The department says it's launched an investigation into the circumstances based on an official report filed by a witness to the event. According to police, the witness reported observing a confrontation involving several individuals, one of whom matched the description of Mr. Budna, who was subsequently placed into a dark-colored SUV bearing a Belize City license plate. The police say they then commenced an investigation and the scene was secured, processed and canvassed for additional witnesses. The statement adds that a vehicle of interest has been located, impounded and is currently undergoing a detailed forensic examination. Investigators have also obtained and are reviewing video footage from the area. The release says the department acknowledged the significant public interest in this case and the concerns raised through social media platforms. We urge the public and media houses to exercise caution and responsibility by verifying all information through official channels before dissemination. Circulation of unverified claims can divert crucial investigative resources and potentially hinder the progress of this active investigation. The department then expressed its commitment to a thorough, professional and transparent investigative process and encourage any member of the public with direct information to contact the Orange Walk Town Police Station or call Crime Stoppers at 922-TIPS. Last week we told you about the persistent Sargassum cleanup by the San Pedro Town Council along a 1-mile stretch of beach in what they call the town core. The Sargassum invasion this year has been relentless since February, and so the council maintains one shift working 5 days weekly to remove the Sargassum. Valentine Rosado, a science advisor to the mayor, shared that the weekly cost ascends to around $50,000. He emphasizes that the Sargassum cannot be left on the coastline for more than 3 days as it becomes more expensive and the workers become more exposed. We asked him to explain the negative effects of the decomposing Sargassum.
When it begins to decay, you have different gases, hydrogen sulfide being the main one, right? And this is what smells, and this is in the air. It affects everything. It affects televisions are the first to go, ACs, the motherboard from ACs. If you have watch, gold ring, earrings, all of those things change color. People that are working on the beach, like people that are at hotels that have to sit on the beach, they have a lot of sinus, eye, ear, throat problems because they have to sit and smell this all day for days at a time. People that are more vulnerable would be people that are already asthmatic and suffer allergies. They're the first ones. But even people that are super healthy and don't suffer any of those things, right now, you walk around the beach, you see all of them with face masks, and their eyes are red, and they're sneezing. You know, they're dealing with all of these problems. The people that also pick up the Sargassum, the same thing happens to them because they're working with putrid Sargassum, skin rash, right? And we don't know what are long-term problems that they may cause as well because there's no one really looking into it. We're busy just trying to take it out as much as possible. What I did notice though is that when it's fresh, you don't have all of those problems to deal with, right? It's spongy, it's easier to fill a pickup truck, right? It doesn't smell, you don't have all those health risks, right? But we have to have the resources to take it out early. The only health situation with doing it when it's fresh is, you know, muscle aches because you have to be out there working, blisters in your hand, right? But when it begins to rot out in the water, that's the biggest challenge that we have.
And as it's easy tests, like what Valentino was saying, if you have a coin, a Belize coin, like it's 50 cents, during the day, but then you see it today, and the next day, these already change color, right? Like a greenish color.
Greenish color.
Yeah, that coin just, that's how fast it happens, right?
So these businesses, resorts, houses are losing, ACs are losing their, I mean, like how fast do they have to change them out?
In 2-3 weeks, they already begin. Once you have it, like right now, in 2-3 weeks, they already begin. So I know some resorts right now that they are deciding whether they're going to replace their ACs because it's like if I put a new one, I don't know how long, it might be 1 month, and then I have to completely replace it, right? So they're not only losing because of tourism, there's less tourism. And what some resorts have to do is when the tourist comes and they're staying at their place, they don't want to stay on the beach, they have to go to the west part of the island. These resorts incur the cost to hire the taxis to take them there, and they incur the cost. So they're even losing by doing that, right? And in addition to that, every time they lose an AC, a TV, or every time they have to put more staff or the vehicle goes in, right, and they have to completely buy a new vehicle, all of this cost just keeps adding.
Because the Sargassum is being deposited in one location, Rosado says they intend to conduct long-term monitoring of soil quality to determine if it leads to the bioaccumulation of heavy metals. Belize's ambassador to Mexico, His Excellency Oscar Arnold, confirmed to Creme News XTV that it took months and prior meetings, including one in Belize, to get to the point of signing the trilateral Calakmul Convention on August 15th to establish the Great Maya Rainforest Reserve. As we reported, the Belize press only became aware that a meeting was taking place until 4 days prior, when the President of Mexico revealed it during one of her daily morning briefings.
It's a very historic time of where all three countries came together to say that we will make sure, or we will ensure that we try to protect the biosphere, and they delineated the corridor and all of that. But prior to that, I just want to say that Minister Orlando Habet and his ministry have been in coordination and in communication, and they've been negotiating this issue with both the Mexicans and the Guatemalans for several months. Prior to the Calakmul meeting, there was a meeting in San Pedro where both Mexico and Guatemala came to meet in Belize, again, a very historic moment, one, to discuss this same biocultural corridor, as well as some other matters. So that first meeting actually took place in Belize. The Prime Minister was there. The Foreign Ministry of Mexico was represented by their Vice Minister. Their Chief of Staff of the President Office was there, as well as other functionaries of the high-level functionaries of the Guatemalan government came to that meeting. When that meeting was concluded, all three delegations then traveled to Chetumal, and we had a meeting at the Maya train station that was there, the offices, where we then also discussed the connectivity, security, as well as immigration. So these have been ongoing meetings. Calakmul is a result of many, many months, in some instances with some of the thematic areas, years of work, culminated in what we saw happening there in Calakmul. And so for us, or at least for my office, it was a very proud moment to see that the fruits of our labor were coming up to this.
Ambassador Arnold also provided further insight into the bilateral meeting between Belize and Mexico.
For trade and commerce, Mexico is willing to open up their markets for Belizean products. The technical people will have to work that out. I know as far as security is concerned, we will continue to grow and increase the amount of activity and the amount of meetings that take place with the GANSEF that has been established there, which is the security apparatus of the Mexicans, along with the security apparatus of Belize, because there is special interest to ensure that the whatever narco activity is being reported in the region is rooted out and is not allowed to grow any further roots, because it's the entire area is a tourism area, and that impacts tourism significantly. I know that there was also a lot of talks into looking at the new scourge of our region, which is Sargassum. The Mexicans have done quite a bit. There are companies who are looking at extracting a certain substance out of it to use as a biofuel, which is one good thing. There's also black manufacturing that is taking place currently at a very low level. They're looking at it to see if it can be something that can be sustained. And so that is also being used in construction. It's also being used in agriculture for animal feed as well as fertilizer. And so those are some of the things that we want to have a transfer of knowledge, a transfer of technology, to see that we can also use Sargassum in this aspect.
So Sargassum was discussed at the bilateral?
The issue of Sargassum and how it's affecting and what can be done, yes. And a working group was suggested to be set up with both technical individuals, technical people from Mexico and technical people from the Belize side as well.
On the matter of the second phase of the Sembrando Vida initiative, Arnold shared that the MOU has already been signed and the project should be rolled out shortly. The story of 35-year-old businessman Wallace Usher is not based on luck. It's one of quiet determination and strategic growth, and he's not done just yet. Usher and his family worked relentlessly and have now carved out a space in Belize City's retail landscape. From his younger days of selling on the streets and offices of Belmopan to juggling 3 smaller retail locations in Belize City's south side while working full-time as a manager at a BPO. They have now established themselves with Mahogany Supermarket along one of the city's busiest thoroughfares. During Saturday's formal launch of the establishment, he spoke to us about how he and his family made it happen and their plans for the future. The supermarket serves as a beacon for young Belizeans, especially black youth, who see in him a reflection of possibility.
Locations, and then we decided, you know what, this is the route that I want to go. I build good network, good relationships with people who are stalwarts in this particular business, even though you might say, you know, it's more saturated by Asians and Indians and stuff like that. But, you know, they're the ones with the knowledge, the experiences, that's how this works and stuff. So, you know, those relationships that I built helped me actually put this together. Growing up, I used to sell. I used to sell on the street. I used to go where you used to work in Belmopan, because I originally grew up in Tea Kettle. So I have selling experience from then. I grew up in this, and you know, I just what I know into this now. I did almost 8 years as the accounting manager. So we started construction in September. Last year, September, and it was just a constant grind. Me and my partner. The support in general, whether it's social media, in person, it has been overwhelming. It's something that people really feel proud about, and it's something that they want to be a part of. There are people who literally come here just to personally congratulate me. One of the things that I've gotten my attention is more the young people. A lot of young men, a lot of young people in general would come and like, yo, at your age and what you do, I'm really, really proud of you and stuff like that. So, you know, it definitely deserves as an inspiration to them as well.
What made it possible? They told me that you won the lotto.
No, network is key. Network is key. You know, I have a lot of financial background. Transparent BPO, that's like one of my greatest foundations. That's one of the biggest BPO sector in Belize, BPO company in Belize, and I had very good exposure to the way how they do things, the way how they operate, and you know, I got to network with good people. Within this business, people, you know, you have your suppliers, you have the main players who import and supply everything. There are people who are willing to invest. Maybe they just don't want to actually own the shop itself. And some of those sort of things come into play. And I've been grinding, like I triple grind like for the past 6-7 years, like every day. I go to work in the morning 7. When I come down, I go pick up stuff from the wholesalers, go to my stores, because during the day the wife would normally run the operation, but in terms of the physical part of it, I have to literally pick up goods from my warehouse, take to the other stores every day. Like I literally, with those time, I never had a life.
Mahogany Supermarket currently employs 6 to 7 people. The supermarket also includes a pharmacy, which is in partnership with Aloe Vera Pharmacy in St. Martin's de Porres. The opening hours of the supermarket are 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Usher says he intends to expand in the future. That brings to an end the morning news package here inside the WUB, Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. We'll take ourselves a small break. When we come back on the other side, we're going to open up for conversation inside the WUB, live on Creme Radio and on XTV.
Informative, accurate, current information. Crem's newscast. Local, regional, and international news. Weather and sports.
At Atlantic Bank, your convenience is our priority. Our contact center is designed to enhance your banking experience. With a wide range of customer service options, you save time and effort. You can easily call in to block or unblock your debit and credit cards, perform account inquiries, and access detailed card information. Whether you need assistance with online banking, merchant support, or general inquiries, our team is ready to help. For added convenience, if all operators are busy, you can leave your number and an operator will return your call as soon as possible to ensure you receive the support you need. Depending on your transaction type, we may need to verify your identity through a set of security questions. And remember, Atlantic Bank will never request your username or password for Atlantic Online via phone call, text, or email, ensuring your personal information remains safe and secure. Our support team is available Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. in both English and Spanish. Simply dial 223-1212. This is a dedicated line for our contact center. Atlantic Bank is committed to providing you with exceptional service and the tools you need to manage your finances conveniently and securely. Take full advantage of our easy-to-use contact center services today.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Amandala is now online. You can now access Amandala's midweek and weekend issues online by logging on to our website at amandala.com.bz/news and joining our membership portal today. There's 5 easy steps to get unlimited access to weekly e-paper, archive publications, and a host of other exclusive contents. Number 1, go to Amandala's website. Number 2, navigate to subscribed areas. Number 3, choose a membership level. Number 4, check out using our secured portal. Number 5, log into the members only section. Telephone numbers 501-280-4703 or 202-4477. Fax us at 501-222-4702, or you could email at amandalapress@yahoo.com or amandalapress@gmail.com. Amandala, all power to the people.
How will you come from my youth? We from St. Martin, we from St. Martin. Now where you come from?
St. Martin's Festival happening September 7th. Then on Sunday, I'm gonna make sure to come up bring out the whole family.
Alright people, this is Kenny Gladden representing for the St. Martin's Fest, September the 7th. Nobody will not miss this up because New Creation Band one day there with a lot of other people come in.
Y'all don't know this is your boy TR Shine, and it's going to be the Martins Fest right there from Mahogany Boulevard. Cremite, we don't know if you don't come out, and it's
alright. We from St. Martin, we from St. Martin. Now where you come from?
We're smart, we've got no doubt. Data dreams without no limitations. We're what it's all about. Come on now, everyone needs data to get through the day. With data that is strong. Data bundles in every single good way. Together's where we belong.
Smart, bringing people together.
All right, welcome back, WB, and now we can have the fun. It's about to begin the conversation inside WB Wake Up Billy's Morning Vibes on Creme Radio and XTV. I'm Mose. I'm hosting the conversation today, and the conversation doesn't work without you. So quickly, our phone number for you to call in is 280-5848. Let me, before I start taking calls, however, we have to just take a small moment here to pay respect and tribute to our neighbor from across the street, right across Mandela Drive, Partridge Street, that we've been at for the entire journey of Cremandala Zinc Fence, over a half century. And we have had our neighbor across the street, our dear elder Cashin Aspinall, who passed away over the weekend. And please, I ask you to give me just a moment here to pay our respect, not just because he was our neighbor, but because he was such an example of an upright man, community icon, and a beautiful energy and human being to have known from day one, from my first day of being back as Zinc Friends. He has lived right across from us, and he's a teacher, a legendary teacher. You spent some time with the Mandela newspaper as well, and I want to take the opportunity to actually reach out to my dad, Evan Hyde, chairperson of Cremandala, to kind of give some words of tribute to the passing of a community icon, Cashin Aspinall. Let me just call him on my phone and put him on speaker. And so I just ask the telephone callers to bear with me a second. Yes, morning, woman.
Yeah.
You're live on the air. I'm glad.
Yes, man.
I'm glad you took the time to allow me to get you on the air here, and to pay our respect to Brother Cashin Aspinall, no? Senior.
Yeah, guys, remember Cashin Jr.?
Yes, sir.
I think he and his wife, Miss Cherry Aspinall Smith, had 3 children, Carol, Cashin Jr. first, then, but Carol, who is Mrs. Osha, Cashin Jr., and Sharon, who lives in the States and was supposed to come in yesterday, right? We came back here from Euphrates Avenue in 1972, and Mr. and Mrs. Aspinall were already here. Cashin Jr. told me yesterday that they lived here since 1968, so for the last 57 years, I think that would be the amount. Since 72, they have been our neighbors right in front of us. So if the police they want any witness who can testify, then could have begun today in Sweden. I just a joke, right? But so Mr. Aspinall was a tall, strong man, a quiet man, but humorous, very religious. He was a Methodist preacher. In fact, he taught your younger sister Rachel at Wesley College under the principalship of Mrs. Brenda Michael. And he also worked, after he had retired, he worked with us at Mandela. And so he was a stalwart in the community, a man of great integrity and principles, and just a solid man with us. And it was, I say, yeah, go ahead, Mose.
Yeah, so he was quiet, he was a gentleman, but he had a very unique, as you described it, a sense of humor, a unique sense of humor that that I will never forget.
Yeah.
Like I would be walking into the gate, and I wish that I had recorded some of the things that he has said over the years. But he had a unique way of saying things and communicating with you that that stood out. A kind of what they call what is the type of comedy they say, like the person who deadpan? Is that the term they use? Deadpan. Like he never laughs. He keeps a straight face. Rarely will he laugh at his own humor. He's very straight faced about it. But for sure, you know, on this side of Amandala Drive, Partridge Street, we bring loud, we bring intensity, and he is on the other side along with his wife, and it's as if though on that side of the creek they have monopolized calm, just dignity, poise. I can, in my mind's eye, can see him on a market morning with his hat on, going with his wife to walk out to market when he was in better form physically. Just, you know, when they think of, I don't want to get into deep social political commentary, but when they think of, unfortunately, people who have never spent any time on the south side of Belize City have this vision that has been painted because of, I think, unavoidably, that when bad things happen, they get more attention, and so their view of the people who live here is very stereotypical. Very they don't know that we have different kind of people, and we do have many people who are just outstanding in the way that they carry themselves, but you will never know them if you are living far removed from Southside Belize City. You might never encounter an individual like Mr. Aspinall who didn't leave, and you know, like many of us, and go into the suburbs. He stayed right here.
Yeah, he taught all over Belize in the Methodist school system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and about 3 years ago, he and I went to Freetown Sibon, which was one of the villages where he had taught, which is you cut off at Hattieville. And
yeah, I know where Freet. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're just a great man in his own quiet way.
He's a gentleman by the description that they use. Just a gentleman.
Class. That's the word that they look for.
An elegant black man, and who, you know, nobody is perfect, but I never had a foul day, a foul occasion, or a foul encounter with any foul energy at all, any down negative moment at all with Mr. Aspinall. And so on behalf of the entire compound, and I know you've already made contact with the family, we have to pay our respect and, of course, give our sincerest condolences to Miss Cherry and the entire family across the street.
Yesterday when we went there, they were hoping that Sharon, the younger daughter, would be able to catch us from North Carolina or somewhere like that. They're trying to put things together. He was a preacher in the Methodist church system also, so you know his morality was very high, man of morals.
Yep. As the words of the great Lucio, no? Don't wait for the man dead, no?
Yeah, it catch me by surprise. It was kind of a shock. You know, he had been to the hospital a week or two ago, and they sent him home. And anyway.
All right. Well, I thank you very much, Evanix Hyde, Mepa, live on speakerphone here. Thank you very much. I know you know that there's a lot of things going on where people want to talk about, but pay respect time and pay respect time in my book. So that comes first. All right.
Big time.
Respect. Sleep in peace, Mr. Cashin Aspinall Senior. Yes, that we neighbor, but not just because that we neighbor. For the every day of the existence of Zinc Fence, right Japan, since it became a Mandela Drive and Partridge Street. He has been across the street, but a man of resume, a man of principle, an outstanding Belizean Southside citizen, teacher, pastor. All right, thank you guys for understanding that we have to do what we have to do, and we couldn't jump into any other thing else until we deal with that, because that is how our culture runs. That our culture. The culture is now one for a moment like this, kind of put that on the back burner with pay respect. When the time for pay respect. I know those who want to jump in on the conversation, you are invited and asked to do so, encouraged. We want to know. Again, the phone number is 280-5848. That's the direct line for you to participate in the conversation. We want to hear from you and express your issues, thoughts, opinion. Now, judging from social media, anybody that delves into the whole social media world, meaning Facebook and so on, knows that over the past 48 hours or so, social media, Facebook has been swamped by very strong feedback, input, energy from Belizeans on the matter of guerrilla style Facebook journalist Ryan Budna. And I think accurately described in our morning news package as a very polarizing. I mean, if there was ever a polarizing person, he's that. Like, he is the definition of polarizing. And so, for those who have not heard, I don't know where you've been, you got people who don't know about Facebook per se. And so they might not know, well, you know, Ryan Budna, like we know of on the news and different stories, and they know that part of him, which contributes to making him extremely polarizing, right? He has a very, very unpleasant, to put it mildly, criminal past, criminal record. But he has projected a new aspect of himself, utilizing the technology of social media to do on the ground reporting, and he has followers. Again, I feel like it's all been captured in our news package that we read earlier. We have had the Ryan Budna morning on the WUB. And we put on the record that we were concerned that he appears to have gotten serious attention from the state when he was arrested and jailed for something that he had said on social media that jumped out at us. And we had a morning and said, hey, what the Guania? On that morning, we also went on the record to say, yo, the guy was assaulted on a live
on Friday.
Unfortunately, the general reaction was one of laughter. Memes were made, and that's the world, right? That's no offense there. But while we make our memes, we have to have a level of consciousness, like, okay, but that was an assault, and an assault has to be taken seriously. There has to be an official response to say, hey, that is not allowed, even if it is this quote-unquote undesirable, despicable person where people have very strong feelings about. We had our Ryan Budna morning inside the WUB. Weeks ago, we brought to their attention. We said, hey, what a man does, it's like we said, this is no one. Let me just put this on the record here. Based on everything that has been known publicly, not just personally or where people know on like, you know, gossip. No, or on the public record. We know that this is not a person. You want wrong the young. I wouldn't want 1 mile in the vicinity of any child of mine. Wouldn't want wrong no school, no park. The stuff that he has been associated with, to put it mildly, vile, that he has been charged with, convicted of, he has done, and he is obviously a very, very ill person. No denying that. He has done some jail time, and apparently he did some really funky stuff over in Guatemala, and he was to be in jail over there. He got away. He's in Belize. Charged for different things, found guilty of some other things. So there's no prettying up Mr. Budna's record. Not inviting him over for a drink. No, ever. But you see, two things can be true at the same time. So all the people who have been saying, oh, he's a nasty fellow, terrible fellow, criminal fellow, diabolical fellow, okay, there's a lot on the official record to make that loud. Those who say, but he was also doing legitimate, brave journalism. That's absolutely true. He might not be my cup of tea, or might not be your cup of tea, but for damn sure, Mr. Budna has been doing on-the-ground reporting. Now, let me ask, this is where it becomes very, very critical. And I'm speaking now to the ones who say he's a despicable fellow, and the fact that he can get picked up. We don't know the circumstances yet. We don't know who helped. We don't know if the Guatemalan operatives, or we don't know if the Belize security, police, we don't know. We don't know. But what we know, what we have been on the record to say, is that Mr. Budna's reporting has been met by a level of concern and one level of he get a lot of attention. He's not liked. So there are two reasons Mr. Budna is not liked in Belize. One, for his criminal record and a lot of way. But he has also made enemies of powerful people in leadership positions because of his bold, on the ground, relentless reporting on Facebook. Obviously, when we look at what has happened over the past couple of months, he was assaulted. Next thing we know, Mr. Budna in up that jail. We know that the level of response to Mr. Budna has been significant. So, for those who say he get what he deserve and believe in justice to justice for anything we do, okay. But this is my concern. His wrongdoing is his wrongdoing. But that does not in any way gives any state agent, any agent acting on behalf of the state or leaders of the state for perpetrate any act that violates the laws. You can't ever allow the state to act in a way whether not aligned with the laws. You can't participate in the capture for a citizen of the state to give to another state unless you have a signed treaty of extradition. So if you don't, no matter what a person do, the state can't participate in that. Can't. If this is a despicable fellow where they continue to do all kind of manners of criminal things, what the state has a responsibility to do is to deal with him internally here. You prove your case and you make it pay price. That's for we prison. Many of his supporters stand is that they don't believe that Mr. Budna has been disliked or has gotten the attention of the state because of his criminal wrongdoings. They don't feel like Mr. Budna would be in Guatemala right now if he was not doing his journalism. Like, that is where you can have two truths which can exist in the same space. One is that Mr. Budna is despicable, vile, scoundrel, dirty fellow, and we should keep our eyes spanner, monitor his behavior, and any instance of any wrongdoing, especially against somebody underage, should be dealt with the most severe forms of justice within Belize. I did that 100. But what we have to understand and be very clear on is that we cannot for one moment entertain or accept the possibility that somebody begs with his reporting and his work as a journalist, and as a result of that have aligned and collaborated with a nation state another nation state for his capture from Belizean soil. Having that position is not an endorsement of Mr. Budna's actions that he has been found guilty of, that he has done as a person and what appears to be his major inclinations, vile inclinations as a man. We not endorse that. But we cannot, because of that, endorse the vile actions of any state agency, meaning something like the police or somebody acting on behalf of the state or government officials, to violate the laws of the land and to essentially participate in kidnapping. Zero tolerance for pedophilia, zero tolerance for the state acting in a contradiction and violating the rights of a citizen. We can do both. This is not either or either here. This is not an either or either situation. We have to be very clear. Very clear. And so rather than having this we against you to support one pedophile person, no. Bona pedophile. Burn that out. No want to wrong me, no want to wrong any child. But he is, as far as the laws of Belize go, he's a free man. What he has done, he has served time for, and whatever charge they have brought against him is a matter that goes to court or is in court, whichever. But as right now, the court, the Belizean court system, the Belizean laws, he is free. If there is something that he has done that warrants charges, you deal with that. But what everybody is aware of is that his reporting has been very aggressive, very blunt, relentless, on the ground, and people are completely right to be convinced that he may upset big heads within the state of Belize. So this is what makes it. It's like you have people who, but we can't have that, and then the other side say, but he's a pedophile. No. We're quite capable of believing in both those things. There is no contradiction. There's no undermining of your moral position that one child rapist, a person who harms child is a despicable person that is to be judged and punished for that, and our children should be kept safe from them. But as a free person, he has the right to pursue his interests. And he decided he has to start being a journalist. And many people who are aware of everything he has done still tune into reports because they're able to, I imagine, can't speak for myself, I don't have no interest in it, but they seem very able to say, okay, you're a worthless fellow, but I want to hear what they say about that. Because that you there on the ground, the report, pan that, and I want to hear it. I don't want to invite you over, I don't want to wrong you, I don't want you around my kids, but I want to listen to you to tell me about what they go on down on the ground in that village there concerning matter A, matter B, you there and nobody else there. I want to listen to your life because you know they cost me nothing and you know they threaten me, you know they're close to my children. Do the work, do your thing, cook. Mr. Budna, cook. And hundreds, if not thousands, have had that opportunity. Mr. Budna cook for them. You might say, well, you know, you are not, you wouldn't want, you know, interesting for you, nobody would do that kind of, I don't want you, no report, no journal, and that's your free choice. You just not deal with it because this is not being imposed on anybody. But what we cannot accept is that on the basis of his work doing these lives, that somebody decide they want to collaborate with a hostile neighboring state to us for him to be delivered to their security forces. No, we don't know that this has happened. The other possibility is that that nation state ran an operation, got in operatives, kidnapped him, got him to Arenal, and then moved him across. That would be a state-sanctioned kidnapping of a citizen of Belize. And again, we have every right and cannot be equated. Can't say, if I oppose that I'd endorse my child predator. You see, we have to stop making things as if though these things are natural, antagonistically opposed. Somehow you are standing against one neighboring state, kidnapping, even if that is worse of the worst. Even if that is worse of the worst. You can't have tolerance for that. And so if that is what has happened, then the nation state of Belize has to protest immediately and loudly and demand that the citizen be returned. And that is not the endorsement of pedophilia, that is the endorsement of respect. Respect my laws. Respect my territory. You can't violate that. For none of who we want. The best are the best and the worst are the worst. You can't take on. So either scenario, state enabled or one nation state on its own violating the sovereign rights of the nation state of Belize, they are to be opposed. And that is not an endorsement of the track record of Mr. Budna. It is to act intelligently. It is to act in a very sane manner. We cannot exist in a space where we tolerate any either an adjacent nation state perpetrating this, or our own internal people participating and being complicit in it. Cannot. Because especially if our state is participating, or state elements or people within Belize participated in that, then they were not doing that based on his track record as a criminal. They were doing it on the basis of his track record as a journalist. Nobody to try bring down Mr. Budna because of his criminal record. There's been the people who have a big problem with him is not because of that record. The people who have been bringing the level of pressure on him is because his journalism on social media has been uncomfortable for them. So it is a bit complicated, but not for me. But I understand there's a complication because you have to hold your nose while you stand up for rights and justice here. You have to hold your nose because you understand how easy it is for us to have a view that this guy not disgusting, despicable, like the things that he has associated himself with and gotten caught up with and been charged for and convicted of, like I burn this, but I also burn we being violated. I burn that too. So we could burn all these things. If ever or whenever, or if we do have the evidence to point that there is something additional that this man is to be punished for in Belize, then we do that. But we don't link with no next boy. If we do that, we don't link up with nobody else. Care one of our people and the worst of the world. No, this are for we despicable scoundrel. And we are deal with her accordingly, but not with you. We not collude with you. We not link with you. No, that's not what we do. So that to me, my fundamental position for all of this. Because we don't want to exist in our nation state with child predators going unpunished, but we don't want to exist in a nation state where the powerful feel comfortable to collude, and we don't want to exist in a nation state where other countries feel it is okay to come, jump in our place, pick up with people, and kidnap them out. We can't have none of them there. This is not either or either. This is the whole thing. We don't want none of that. We know the drink none of that. We know the sample none of that. We don't want you become displeased with a citizen, even if their record is so outrageously villainous, and say, I'm going to link with them boy over there, and we're going to come back and we're care. No. No. And again, if they were not aided or abetted by any agents acting on behalf of interests here in Belize, then this was an outright act of aggression and violation on our sovereignty by that next nation state, and the responsibility of those in power is to demand that this matter be reversed loudly and clearly. Protest it. I'm sorry, I understand that it's hard to stomach some of the things that Mr. Budna has been associated with, and it makes people very uncomfortable, some, to really raise their voice and they say, why would they make one nice about this man? This is what we call good riddance. For me, that is to pay a huge price. It's a huge price for society to pay. We give up a lot. When we give up to the state the power for them to collude to have a citizen be taken out of our country. We could still hate pedophilia. We could still hate abuse, sexual abuse. We can still hate that. We can have all these things, all these positions, we can stand behind. There's no either or either situation. I think that's very important. This is not a debate. These are all things for us to oppose. And we spent one half a morning, weeks ago, saying we cannot be silent and accept, even if we don't like the fellow. So before this happened, before this, which has become such a loud, sensational thing, we went on the record with this. We said to fellow journalists, stand and say this is not acceptable. We have to be concerned. Even though Mr. Budna can be ridiculed as a journalist, some people don't take on seriously as a journalist, some people, well, that is not journalism. Well, for me, as I said weeks ago before, it was the thing to do to talk about this. We said, listen, the worst person can still be a journalist. It is the act of providing information. And he has found a niche, and he is providing information, and he has an audience. We might not sit down and might not be for we cup of tea, know where we into, but that doesn't mean that he is not providing information, and very often important information, showing courage, relentless energy, doing for him thing, and legitimately they make the powerful dislike her, not because of criminal record, but because of his reporting. Don't know that all we do? That's what we said weeks ago. Weeks ago we say, you could not like him, but if the man get whop up for the doing a report, it's assault. You don't have to like him, but we say, hey, how come he end up at jail for Facebook in the time of all kind of madness by Facebook? Is he being targeted? Weeks ago we had this conversation. So we said nothing. We had with memes, we had with fun, and now things get at this level. So you go, you know, you left things, ignore things, act like they're not a thing, and go to the next level. It's 10 minutes away from 8 o'clock. We go to 2 Cents Calm with our sponsored, let me mention, by Fort Point Security, hosted here by Mr. Big City. We'll be right back. WB continues Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes for today, Monday, the 25th of August.
You're watching WB and this is XTV, and you guys know that we're getting closer to Martin's Fest. So I decided to go out and find out the vendors' name 2 cents for the type of food they bring out. So let's go and find out exactly what type of food the vendors they want to bring out. Alright? Martin's Fest, September the 8th. Which time of the day, right? Martin's Fest to come up. What are you planning to bring out the concert?
Why, well, you know, Belizeans, we love to eat.
Yeah.
And so, first business venture where I normally think about the food. So I bring barbecue.
Okay. So we could look out for you out there to bring your barbecue.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Alright. Yeah. They not like we.
Repeat your question.
They don't like weed. That's a really slogan.
Okay.
They don't like weed, Martin.
All right, good. I know now.
Martin. No. Tambola what? Tell me, well.
You don't know how we do it there, family.
Yeah, what you bring out?
Bye.
Food we expect for bring out the Martin's Fest.
Well, got some jerk chicken, jerk pork, curry chicken, curry lamb and things like that.
That the way you want to bring out from Martin's Fest.
Yeah, man. Different taste, different flavor.
And this come from where restaurant?
Jerk Villa.
Jerk Villa. Big up yourself.
Yes, sir.
2 second question, you mean you're going to Martin's Fest?
I think about it.
Yeah, I think about it. Yeah. All right, so we're there naked chicken, Chef Ainsley, right? So Ainsley, make a pronounce the name good. We part one day at Martin's Fest and the kitchen are open. So the man behind the sink kitchen half guard I busy, but yeah, tell me about some of the things there where you got. Talk to me, Chef.
We got dollar wings all day, just for that day, only that day. So prepare dollar wings and we got so running double product. We are bring also grill bone and we got so grill wings. We are keep it simple because we don't want to get too big because everybody need feed.
All right, easy as that. Just like that. All right, all day. Remember, dollar wings at Martin's Fest, September the 8th.
Tired of replacing light bulbs? LEDs are what you need. LEDs last up to 30,000 hours. That's 30 times longer than incandescent bulbs, and up to 8 times longer than compact fluorescents. So less changing and less trash. Planet Earth thanks you. And the LED experts at Brothers Habet and Habet will help you find the best LED solution with colors for every room and mood, starting as low as $6.95. You can even get LED strips for home, office, and industrial use. So say goodbye to fluorescent tubes forever. And because they use up to 90% less energy, you save money. Money you can spend on other things. So head to Brothers Habet or Habet and Habet today. You can also call, email, or Facebook us. Have a brilliant day.
En Atlantic Bank, tu comodidad es nuestra prioridad. Nuestro centro de contacto está diseñado para mejorar tu experiencia bancaria. Con una amplia gama de opciones de servicio al cliente, ahorras tiempo y esfuerzo. Puedes llamar fácilmente para bloquear o desbloquear tus tarjetas de débito y crédito, realizar consultas de cuentas y acceder a información detallada de tus tarjetas. Ya sea que necesites asistencia con la banca en línea, apoyo para comercios o consultas generales, nuestro equipo está listo para ayudarte. Para mayor comodidad, si todos los operadores están ocupados, puedes dejar tu número y un operador te devolverá la llamada lo antes posible para asegurarse de que recibas el apoyo que necesitas. Para mayor seguridad, es posible que necesitemos verificar tu identidad con un conjunto de preguntas sencillas. Recuerda, Atlantic Bank nunca solicitará tu nombre de tu usuario ni contraseña de Atlantic Online por llamada telefónica, mensaje de texto o correo electrónico, asegurando que tu información personal permanezca segura y protegida. Nuestro equipo de apoyo está disponible de lunes a viernes, de 8 a.m. a 6 p.m. en inglés y en español. Simplemente marca al 223-1212. Esta es la línea dedicada para nuestro centro de contacto. Atlantic Bank se compromete a brindarte un servicio excepcional y las herramientas que necesitas para administrar tus finanzas de manera conveniente y segura. Aprovecha al máximo nuestro servicio del centro de contacto.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
With smart, we've got no doubt. Data dreams without no limitations. We're what it's all about. Come on now, everyone needs data to get through the day. With data that is strong. Data bundles in every single good way. Together's when we belong. We're all in this together.
bringing people together.
Welcome to Design Depot, where you'll find premium quality products from trusted brands, all in one place. Visit us today for quality products, expert service, and the brands you trust. Design Depot, all in one place.
How will you come from? How will you come from? My youth? We from St. Martin. We from St. Martin. Now where you come from?
St. Martin's Festival happening September 7th. Then on the Sunday, I want to make sure I come up bring out the whole family.
Alright people, this is Kenny Gladden representing for the St. Martin's Fest, September the 7th. Nobody will not miss this up because New Creation Band one day there with a lot of other people come in.
Y'all don't know this is your boy TR Shine and it's going to be the Martins Fest right there from Mahogany Boulevard. Cremite, we don't know if you come out and it's
We from St. Martin. We from St. Martin. Now where you come from?
The biggest business event of the year is back and better than ever. The Expo Belize Marketplace 2025. Mark your calendars and join us on September 13th and 14th at the Marion Jones Sporting Complex in Belize City. Don't miss your chance to explore hundreds of local businesses showcasing the very best in local products and services. From unbeatable deals and mouth-watering food and drinks to live entertainment that'll keep you moving. The Expo Belize Marketplace has it all. Whether you're shopping, discovering what's new on the market, or just enjoying the vibes, there's definitely something for everyone. So come on out and celebrate 29 years of Belizean innovation at the Expo Belize Marketplace 2025. See you there.
World shifts to regional supply chains, Belize is poised to lead. This is where blue innovation meets green ambition, and orange creativity thrives. Join us for the Belize Investment Summit 2025, September 3rd to 5th at the Sunset Caribe in San Pedro. From agribusiness to aquaculture, from renewable energy to digital services, from tourism to trade, this is the future of regional integration, and it starts here. Whether you're returning home, expanding regionally, or entering new markets, Belize welcomes you. Why Belize? Why now? Belize Investment Summit 2025, Bridging Markets, Building Resilience, September 3rd to 5th at Sunset Caribe, San Pedro. Visit investmentsummit.bz to register and be part of shaping the investment frontier.
All right, welcome back to the WUB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes, minute and a half after 8 o'clock. And let me just mention that our telephone line is open for you at 280-5848. That is a live line for you to participate in the conversation. We love hearing your thoughts and views. Remember, we are not here to have a sermon or to have some kind of talking to itself kind of situation. We love reasoning. So even if we're kind of like on a bit of a rush or moment, you're still not prevented from getting in. We will most times stop and hear you. That rules, right? Sometimes we violate the rule, might slip away or might just want to finish our point, and we'll ask you to allow us to finish a point. But for the most part, callers rule. We've got no problem with that. We could talk anytime. But you taking your time out to call, that's your moment. This is WUB. This is the whole way it works, Monday to Friday. I'm Mose, and it's all happening on Creme Radio and on XTV. Have you subscribed to us as yet on YouTube? I ask this because we check for say, and we still find out that most people are linked with by YouTube. They don't make that one priority for subscribe, and that strengthen we. Like important. Build up with subscription, strengthens for we algorithm, strengthen how much YouTube push out, where we push out, strengthen for we ability for talk and have conversations with advertisers. Because we could show them, say, people there on YouTube and then subscribe. So good that you watch, good you got with the apps, good you do all of that. But we they ask you like, partner with we, it not cost you anything. Right now, if you watch, just subscribe. If you got on it, just subscribe. If you watch it right now and you not subscribe, just do that one thing for we this morning. And strengthen we a lot. Don't make the morning done without doing that. Give thanks and respect. Same thing on Facebook. Again, repeat the telephone number at 280-5848. That is the live line. And we have on call. I don't know why the phone not ring. WUB, good morning.
My brother, how are you?
What's going on? Yeah, what happened is the phone, and realize that the ring on the phone not there, and I don't know what it going. Anyway, got you. What it going?
Why? I want to talk in the soccer. I have to continue from what part you left after you say more than one mouthful, and it's clearly to be understood. So let me just continue from where you left off as who the individual is versus what he do. But what they do to him. The thing is that I told you last couple of weeks that Guatemala claim a part of Belize and they educate for their system like that. So regardless of what we want to say, in a feeling world, they believe that the pizza believes what they want, that's it there. But we get that out clearly. Because it's obvious and plain to be seen. Mose, Budna have been pissing off a lot of people, Mose. But this time it back up the wrong tree. Day before Budna get apprehended, Budna have a conversation with a powerful man. Telling him to do his job versus when the powerful man, they have the conversation, they tell her that like your report for everything that is negative and you don't highlight the positive. If I'm a powerful, I may take that offensive to me. I may feel a way, I may get my feeling. Who the heck you for to talk to me like that? And they tell me what to do. It's a funny thing, you know, Mose. A funny thing that if anybody go handle power. Because power make you prove yourself and prove to the people around you who they're about. Yes, we all know what Budna do. We know what it's going Budna. Budna bring the most gun that believes. Budna bring human trafficking. Budna do everything. That doesn't know me. I live in the system with that. The way the system of the way I got a problem with is that how from to a police station you could get kidnapped. You could get kidnapped with a lot of footage from me. And people start to assist. But when people realize, you know what happened? No man. That bigger powers against me with this, that's why people look at me, because usually original people with a riot immediately. The thing is, Moses, that Budna has been highlighting a lot of things in original and Corozal, where let people wondering, but there are part of powerful people in live around. They people have been in this kind of condition. Budna get all the information from the regular people in the movement, realize, you know what? They like what you do. You know what I'm saying? Most Budna as a journalist doing things where you are a journalist to do right now. I'll always stop it at the book. That's how we build a fan base. That's what makes me believe in her. You get what I'm saying? The man even highlight for the police station out there, the condition and the position where they are. It offend people. And this is also a perfect example to tell the listener that we don't offend powerful people. You can be missing, you know, very easily and quick. They need the reality where people are watch. I don't know this fella. If it comes to, but I know the criminal background because I know of yards. I know of yards. But then the thing is, we have a lot of criminals call it by this country. Pedophiles, rapists, you name it and the list goes on. And we open our arms to them and they wrong there, and got them wrong picnic, and got them in our religious church, and got them amongst all kind of people, and we just say nothing. I tell America, come on, pick me up. You get what I'm saying? That's the reality of the face moves. Power, anybody who handle power. I'm going to back up the wrong tree if you do it too long. One man walk up with a whip and nothing come out of it. They gonna kidnap Budna for a house so much time and nothing come out of it. Budna they offend people and they do it in a humorous style. That they will bring a fan base. No, you know what thing we catch Budna? Budna is one person that everybody realizes that I don't got no back it is. You don't got no back it is, but we are see the outcome and this is how the story will turn over. And how the story are going.
It's unfortunate. It's
Because
unfortunate.
we don't know the brother.
So it's unfortunate that we have, I think a lot of the conversation right now is about people say, well, what happened to the victims of Budna? And nobody to worry about them. What happened to all the crimes that he has done? Nobody want to talk about them. The point. Let me finish, brother. Those are legitimate. If you feel that he has done something that the state has failed to hold him accountable for and punish him for, then you have a right to that. For say, you feel, listen, if someone has done, if you're a citizen who feels like if somebody has violated a child, it should be a life sentence, you have a right to want to change the system inside our country to align itself with that. You could despise these acts to the point that you say, listen, I think we need to go further than that. You get life sentence, you get public lashing. Like that's an internal conversation for us. But as it stands right now, the only way that Mr. Budna was free is because the state internally here has not pursued a matter that is pending for him to be punished for. The matters that he has faced, the charges that he has faced and been convicted for, he went to prison for. Back in the original early days of WUB, Mr. Budna somehow used to get on phone at prison and call the show, complaining and advocating and being an activist for the conditions within the prison. Somehow, even when he was in prison in Guatemala, we got calls from Mr. Budna here. As we said weeks ago when we spoke on this matter, Brother Brick, is that this is enough for we friend and company. I don't want he 1 mile within. We put my in my picnic day. I don't want see around no school, no park, no picnic day. Nobody there they say that, oh, poor Mr. Budna, he's such a nice fellow. Nobody can say that. Nobody really in their right mind. This is a disgusting, despicable, vile fellow. But that for we, disgusting, despicable, vile fellow, that for we fellow for punish, that for we fellow for charge, that for we responsibility for make laws for deal with fellows like that. Nobody is here supporting or endorsing pedophilia or people who are involved in an action. You watch it because you watch everything on social media, but me not sit down and get my news from Mr. Budna. I not sit down and watch none of his lives, né? But at the same time, I know why in our nation state we probably got one next kind of vileness, one next kind of a sinister behavior. We powerful people become so uncomfortable with criticism that if they see an opening, they want to do any bit of wickedness to deal with that. That is also unacceptable and unwanted in our society. And so this is not an either situation. Because if we are saying because of his record, we are okay with the aiding and abetting of a hostile nation state. Listen to me. We have had people, and you know this, Brick, we have had people who commit acts here in Belize and run go to Guatemala, right? Isn't that so?
Lord.
We have had people who have killed. Listen to me. We have had people who kill a Belize. Go to Cayo and ask them. We have people who kill a Belize and then go to Guatemala and we can't touch them. We can't go. You can't go to pretend and go get nobody from there. You mad? So you this is not an either situation. Yes, burn a fire palm pedos. Burn them out. We don't want them, boy. We don't to watch their news. That are your right, and everybody can respect that energy there. Because we don't like them. But we don't like nobody the chance, nobody either, nobody with the ear, and I bet no next country if you come and kidnap nobody from you. What happened now? We're not capable of have both them positions there. It has to be a either or other situation. Because I say, anybody here and I bet that was kidnapper, 100%. Anybody here and I bet, the most worthless person I believe where you could find. If you here and I bet one next nation state to come back out to your country, you ain't nothing but a kidnapper. And if you never here and I bet, and that next nation state come and do that, run back my worthless, wicked human being because I know yours. That's my position. Make we deal with that, yeah. That's my position. We want to offer the lives, prove that you do a crime, no way you have to go to jail for.
They run, set up on Mose.
Run
they
through.
Just set up on.
So.
Back up on a prison there, and you don't see a fire, you don't get a fire, no more again.
And you think that, you think if the people who aid and abetted, if they did, because I don't know that for a fact. There are two possibilities it seems here. There's no third possibility. There are two possibilities. One, there was an orchestrated collusion, aided and abetted by state officials, state agencies, in collusion with Guatemalan enforcement people to make this happen, or individual citizens on behalf of the interests of the powerful will say, this guy had become a problem and we have to do that. Either that scenario, or Guatemala want him so bad and think so little of us, decided that they want to come pay some dollars, get a couple of people for telling them we party Monday and go and grab them. Either one of them there, burn it out. That not got nothing to do with whether or not we into this brother and what he into, endorse or think little of what he has been charged or what he has been found guilty of. I tell you, this I don't know brother why I want no way wrong me. But I don't want to live in a country where somebody get to hate the journalism and reports where it do and violate the laws of Belize because of that. This is not an either or either situation. It's frustrating that that's where we are. I get it. We hate pedophilia with a passion, and we should. We got a right to. But we can't make them use that for perpetrate something at that level, either for we people or the Guatemalans. We can't condone that. In my position, but me and you made up on my island weeks ago when we say, hey, how come you better end up that jail? Well, like, if you got on caught with doing a thing and he go to court and then get processed and blah blah, but in that jail? Wait, hold on, the man get wrapped up and you okay, like that now assault, that is something very funny, like yeah, get wrapped up. So what you do, piece by piece, you say we could do what we want with them. That I know we lie.
That's my point why they get caught.
You understand what I say?
That's the point why they try and make to the people. They use the man as an example to send a clear message. Clear message. If you don't get that message there, they overlook, because the reality is most is that I may understand.
If the man forget, now what they think there from way back when, from my granny and grandpa days, the Cat 9.
Yep.
If the man forget that we forgive him.
Yep.
If the man forget lock up here in one dungeon for the next 1,000 years, that we forgive.
That we forgive that.
And if the man for whatever we think the actions he has done,
if we for puppy neck, that we for puppy neck.
That nobody
else. The thing I don't like most is they could have do it easy. They are professional, they're powerful, they're big. All they could have do, they want to come and show some documents and go through the process. You know what I'm saying? Alright, this man wants it.
They have forgot Interpol.
They have a process.
There's a process. There's a process. I think the process. No, we have the famous case of the attempted. Was that successful? When we had a well-known brother that was involved, according to the DEA, in a big-time gangster, and they tried to kidnap him. You remember when that happened?
You see that wire there, right? You see that? That's on Boulevard. You see that wire all the way to where it happened?
Yeah.
When they come for him, and another one time they come for him. Two times they come for him, because they get him.
We have had the United States, with whom we have an extradition treaty, come for people, and we are like, why we even sign one treaty where we could do this? Like somebody do one thing in your country so many years ago, but now then you decide that, okay, you got evidence to convict this man. But we got a process, we got a treaty, and there is a process. Brother, we got a nation where we don't have such an arrangement with. And we can't accept that no country could come, bring them people, set up and people maybe pay our money. I mean, that is one of the possible scenarios. Again, we don't know. But if that is what has been done, or maybe a combination of both, the state.
The man offend powerful people most. Powerful people sit down and talk, and they make you know when they're sick. You know, we have to get rid of this problem.
Right.
This is our problem. We have to get rid of this problem. And this is the way we want to get rid of the problem. The powerful people talk most. You know? Especially if you talk to powerful people, wrong people, and make you feel uncomfortable. Boy, come on.
I know you watch the man. I know you watch the man lives, and you know what the thing.
Yes,
You know what the thing. If you live in a small rural village, and in this instance, a lot of his work has been in the north. If you live in one of these small villages, through some road, we're off the main highway. People know the villages where they're alongside the highway, but you got villages where not dep on the side of the highway, where you know get to go unless you go down one road where maybe a lot of we never ever gone yet. And what wrongly happening in that village. And no no big TV station or big radio station got time for you in a village, in a little crevice there where nobody, 200-300 I want to live, but not wrong they happen there because, you know, this they happen off the grid, off the main radar. And one guy come with his phone or his mic and bring one light and put it on that. In that village there, the man record. You don't want to wrong your kids, but the man record, they're not the problem for you then. This is the man where, of all the cameras in the land, of all the mics were in the land, this is the camera and this is the mic and this is the light will come. So you have to understand that this don't mean that then people will sit down and watch this or follow this or into this guy for the work way they do. That they embrace child molester or anything. Then just simply say how we want drive the man that the only man we're willing to come here say something to go wrong here. How we want drive on because we want boss the ass if you try one nonsense with any one of our youngsters. But as long as the camera and the mic and then it hardly backside when it done and they get it on Facebook and get the word out, well, we good. You can't sit down and get all self-righteous and judgmental about. I didn't tell about here, you know. I tell about the fact that you do have people where embrace the acts of journalism that he does.
Most of the people mind a man more. The man don't got nobody in mind now. The man for a man life, people pass and stop and give a man money, get water, make it do that. They mind now. They see people there. Because the man tell like every day a man get to the point by real people and tell like he was up because he don't got gas money. You get to say that they mind the man. That they see people vote to do two different parties. That they mind the man. Remember the man spend hours to look for the alley boy when everybody can sleep, you know. You want to jungle by the bridge, you know. That they people mind the man. The army people mind the man. The man don't got nobody. The man even offend the media house in Corozal and Orinjua because then by the end of the day, certain media house pick the man footage and use it in the credit. Thing video there all over.
Well, you watch the man. You watch the man.
No, because then by the end of the day, most of the work.
You watch the
man. You know
man.
we are good now. I know we are good. I don't do record.
You know how wicked the wicked. Now I'm wicked fellow.
But I have never. Yes, for when I went face to face, I passed, but never look for him. But then the work, I see what everybody else they say. The effort, the time, the conversation, that's what I know. If I the wrong, tricky.
All right.
Because the man, listen to me. The man take it as entertainment, but yet it bring across the message what people want. People rather give a man information than give the police department. That again offend the police. And you got police who give the man information who they go in the police department. You get what I'm saying? That man offend the mayor out there. The man have how you call it? The man got minister out there with interview. That's what I tell her. People assist the man. People handle the man. We never want worthless Mr. Dirty Boy, you know.
Worthless boy.
I tell you.
Worthless.
I know we got Budna for Aja. And this is Budna for news one Budna to bring in gun in the country.
Yeah.
You know?
Budna
transport people. But then my thing that is going to know all this for the man. We know all this. We know it. But the reality is, 5 years after, they even do that Budna escape from jail over Guatemala because not everybody news. Everything in a record. It just back up the wrong tree. When you back up the wrong tree, you are far hard, you know. And then we the man.
You know one of the things where one of the things is that yeah, you know one of the things is that
what the man do as a journalist.
Give thanks, because I gotta go to break. We're back. This is WUB, Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes, Mose hosting on this Monday morning. Yeah.
To earn V-Bucks, you must make purchases at any Benny's locations or its entities near you. The more you spend, the more you earn. You also get double the V-Bucks on promotional days. Multiple purchases completed in a single day cannot be combined and will be considered separately. Benny's is committed to offering you competitive prices on all your purchases. Now value is added with V-Bucks. To learn more, visit our website at www.vbucks.bz. Remember, loyalty is always rewarding with V-Bucks. Brought to you by Benny's. Quality and savings.
Let's take a journey through the core functions of the Social Security Board. It all starts with registering as an insured person, employer, or self-employed individual. Sign up for a portal account to manage your Social Security information online. Just provide accurate information and click Create. This will give you access to a range of services and benefits. Next, your contribution, along with investments and other income, are collected and distributed into 3 funds. This ensures that the SSB fund is securely utilized to support various benefit programs. The SSB is committed to providing essential benefits such as sickness, maternity, injury, and pension. These benefits are paid out to eligible individuals as a part of the Social Security coverage. We help you navigate through life's challenges with financial security. Annual surplus accumulates to grow the fund each year. This surplus is invested into various industries, contributing to the growth and development of our nation. With each passing year, the fund continues to grow due to the annual surplus and interest revenue earned from prudent investments. This surplus, along with reserves, helps to bolster the SSB fund and provide a safety net for those in need. We've arrived at the end of our journey to better understanding how the SSB works. We remain committed to serving you and building a secure future for all Belizeans.
The biggest business event of the year is back and better than ever. The Expo Belize Marketplace 2025. Mark your calendars and join us on September 13th and 14th at the Marion Jones Sporting Complex in Belize City. Don't miss your chance to explore hundreds of local businesses showcasing the very best in local products and services. From unbeatable deals and mouth-watering food and drinks to live entertainment that'll keep you moving. The Expo Belize Marketplace has it all. Whether you're shopping, discovering what's new on the market, or just enjoying the vibes, there's definitely something for everyone. So come on out and celebrate 29 years of Belizean innovation at the Expo Belize Marketplace 2025. See you there.
Whether you are a busy person or stuck in traffic or having an adverse or very demanding circumstance, tension builds up, causing you to be stressed out. Stress attacks everyone, anytime, any age. And stress is a killer. Palm City? It's best to be alive than dead. So visit Freetown Drugstore to get options to relieve stress and to relax your mind.
This time, what can I do for you today?
I'm so stressed out.
Okay, I'm saying I help you right now. When I this daily, for 10 days, I am good after that, okay?
Okay.
Freetown Drugstore, 28 Freetown Road, where you are better off alive than dead. Freetown Drugstore, telephone 223-2876.
All right, welcome back. This is WUB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. Monday morning, the 25th of August, 25. That's a doubling up. It's for many high schoolers, primary schoolers, I believe, as well. Some kind of back to school morning. So wishing you all the best, all you youngsters, parents who are trying to make it happen. We know the struggles, it's tough, but that's comes with it now. Got to figure out how to do it. We are into the conversation. We're into you calling. The telephone number is 280-5848. We love it when you call. So we don't have a lot of time, so you can try to get in now. We've spent a significant portion of the morning just talking about what has engulfed social media over the last 48 hours. The capture of Budna and his extraction, really, to Guatemala. But we have a call. Krem, good morning, WUB.
Yes, greetings, Brother Mose, in the name of the Most High.
Yes, my brother, greetings.
I respect the state that no country should have the authority to go into another country and do what they want, because that's why you have borders, that's why you have laws, that's why you have everything flagged to know that you and then could be friends, but that don't mean you forgetting at my place when you feel like. One thing I like from the neighbor country which I love, my second home, Mexico. Right now, the president of Mexico is telling me, the big United States, you can't come here and do nothing because they tell them, oh, I send the army there to remove the cartel. No. The lady said, we could work together, but no, you can't come in here to do what you want. And I like that. So going back to the local guy, Budna, he makes so many crimes. A lot of people commit crimes. In the Bible and the Holy Quran, they tell you that God forgives. So maybe we have to learn to forgive. But transgression, aggression, child molestation, adult molestation, women molestation, rape, those are the things that are very, very rough, especially in the countries called Middle East. Even though a brother from the Nation of Islam said there's no such thing as Middle East. Those are nations taken away from Africa. But anyway, going back, I feel sorry for the man because not that way molest children, but the other thing what it is, but the word is that he's kidnapped and went to a very, very, the heart of the devil. Because Central America, I will tell you about that, I know I hear Central America has nothing to play when it comes to prison and police and all them things there. Central America, the only place we have death squad and things like this where people go at night and get you out of your house and they never find you again. So I'm sorry for that part. But when it comes to rape, children and so, I'm sorry for her when it gone, because when you Guatemala, Mexico, all them places there, you know you want to go to jail because the prisoners will handle you proper if you molest children. Because prisoners are, I be in a prison and you the old day molest my children? No. You can't, we don't welcome you. So you know, a prisoner in those countries don't know what we do. Because I remember many years, the best thing will happen to two guys who raped a young lady and killed the husband. Execution they did to them because if going to prison, they may kill anyway, the prisoners. But that's just my 2 cents, my brother.
Give thanks, yeah man, give thanks. This is WUB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. The telephone number is 280-5848. We're a bit behind on our break, so we'll have to go to our break very shortly. And you guys want to jump in, should do that now. I know I've missed several calls because I don't know why the ringer on the phone isn't really representing. Krem, good morning, WUB.
Good morning, Mose.
Good morning.
Mose, I mean, this issue, I think, we need to address it with a level of seriousness. And we need to separate the personality from the principle. Whether it be Ryan Budna or any other Belizean person, I don't think we want a person to be abducted and the society look at it as, well, okay, because it's this individual, that is okay, and what have you.
Ryan Budna committed crimes in Guatemala, that is true. He was convicted of crimes in Guatemala. Guatemala as a country has a responsibility, if that person escapes its jurisdiction, to apply to whichever country he goes to for his return. I don't know that any such application came. I cannot say that Guatemala sent people in and took him, because I don't know. I cannot say that Belize authorities facilitated him being returned, because I don't know. But what I can say is that from where he was taken, close to a police station, with people around, that the authorities should have been alerted that this was going on, that a person, a Belizean, was taken against his will. The least that should have happened was that checkpoints should have been set up along the roads. The least that should have happened. Now, the fact that no checkpoint was set up and this man went over 144 miles from Orange Walk all the way to Arenal. Now, we don't know how he got there, if there were two back roads or two main roads or however he got there. But at least a checkpoint should have been put up, man. If none had been put up, that is a shame and disgrace on us as a nation. Okay? And if it is that the Guatemalans were involved in this, then it's a gross violation of our sovereignty and territorial integrity. Now, it may be a convicted man today, tomorrow may be a mere suspect. Do we accept that? We had the same situation happen when we found out that Llewellyn Lucas was abducted. We thankfully have a person who has paid the ultimate penalty because the investigation was sound and the prosecution was competent and a guilty verdict was rendered in relation to the abduction of Llewellyn Lucas and his murder. So we need to have proper investigation of what happened here, not for Budna's sake, but for the sake of all of us as Belizeans. Because we are not keen to be harvested and taken away. We are human beings, man, with rights and a constitution that protects us. And that's all I am saying. I have no defense of Ryan Budna. I have a defense of our Belizean sovereignty or integrity and the fact that every Belizean has a right in this country to due process.
Yeah. Arthur, is it right?
Yes.
All right. You mentioned the two scenarios. We don't know that any of these, which of these scenarios happen. I think it's unlikely that he was abducted by a UFO and a flying saucer, taken up and then dumped at Arenal. So there are not a wide range of possibilities, but we don't know which one.
Right.
We know that it would seem to me that there are only, at best, maybe three. One, as you described it, collusion between Belizean authorities and Guatemala law enforcement for him to be handed over. Two, Guatemalan law enforcement came in and did it themselves. Three, Guatemalan law enforcement along with individuals acting on their behalf, because we know that we have a lot of people who have come from Guatemala to live with us, who are acting on their behalf, which would still be a version of the Guatemalans doing the work themselves. But there's no great variance. He didn't walk to Arenal. He didn't go drive to Arenal and put himself in and then give them the heads up. If you want to catch me, I did at Arenal. That did not happen.
Right.
So from a legal perspective, then, that's why I laid that out. If you have a scenario where the Guatemalans did it by themselves, what is the requirement, the official requirement and response that is to come from the nation state of Belize, one? And two, if there were collaborators either people representing Belizean authority or individual citizens, the legal charge for them would be that they have participated in a kidnap. Isn't that the case?
Right.
So, but on the previous query, Arthur, the matter of what the national response should be at the level.
The national response has to be, if it is, and I'm saying, we got to be careful. If it is that the Belizean authorities were not involved in Budna getting to the border and return to Guatemala, Belize must condemn in the strongest possible manner, diplomatically, the actions of Guatemala in having him be returned there. Now, again, Mose, we have seen in our country where we have failed in investigations, with all the investigations that have happened in crimes in Belize that have gone either unsolved or without prosecution occurring successfully. So our ability to determine whether Guatemala was involved or not, I have no confidence in. I have no confidence in that. All right? As I explained to you, I heard the former commissioner at one point when this man had when he just returned to Belize from escaping in Guatemala, say that there was some bilateral cooperation between Belize and the Petén authorities in exchanging fugitives. And one would have expected that that channel would have been used a long time ago to return this man to that country to serve his time. But it never happened. We have heard time after time that he's turned up on the radar after things have happened, person getting shot in his presence, him being accused of this and that. We've heard these things, but we have never heard of the Guatemalans making an official request of his return. So my issue here is not really him per se, but the process that was circumvented. Right? When I heard this thing, I was just browsing and I got the site on Facebook. They said it was close to the station that he was having his live, a library close to the police station in Rinjua. And we know Rinjua. We know where the library is. We know where the police station is. It's just a street that divides it. So if somebody is taken and all their property is on the ground, and then the police takes the property in less than an hour, the police takes all the property into their possession. So you know the man has gone. You know he wouldn't have gone voluntarily by leaving his camera that he used for a life on the ground. No man, you should then activate nationwide to have roadblocks be put up to check vehicles to see if this man is in there.
Yeah.
That is the minimum. That's the minimum that you should do. So they are, I don't want to say they are complicit, but their negligence obviously caused the person to be abducted and taken. Now, today it's Budna. Tomorrow it may be somebody who we don't know have committed anything, who may have not been convicted of anything. But should we save our outrage for a person we like and leave the fact that the person is circumvented because it's someone we don't like? That's not the way I look at things. I believe there's equal protection under the law. That's what our Constitution says.
My position is that this is not an either or other situation. Like standing up for the constitutional rights of an individual citizen is not an endorsement of pedophilia or anybody's criminal record.
Right.
It's like this is not a judgment on the person's character. We can have a conversation about the character. For me, that is a no-brainer. There's enough official evidence there. Like this is not even speculation. This is not here. So this guy, a wicked fellow. But the question has to be: we know the interest in his extraction from the Guatemalan side, but if there was participation on this side, is it because we are trying to be a good neighbor with Guatemala? Would that be the driving factor, or are we okay regardless of what the motive was? We're okay if the motive was because somebody doesn't like his lives. Are you okay with that? It doesn't matter what the motives, because ultimately you are not willing to say anything wrong has been done because this is some guy that is so utterly despicable and wicked that no matter what, no matter why they never like her, no matter that no matter to you that powerful people become uncomfortable with the work that he was doing. You don't regard his work as journalism. You have no value for what he was doing. You have no interest in that because, well, he's just the worst of the worst of the worst. So now the question is, though, that are you okay with providing that slippery slope where somebody becomes uncomfortable and then figures out a way to remove you from the scene because they don't want you to be doing that work? Well, I can't do what I do for a living and accept that. I can't do that, Arthur. No way.
Right. I mean, and this is what I'm saying, Mose. I mean, this is it's a very serious thing. Belizeans need to look at it for what it is. Erase the personality and look at the principle, because it's the principle that will guide and govern all of us. And as I said, due process, when it's circumvented. We were talking about the 13th Amendment the other day. This is exactly what these kinds of things is what the 13th Amendment can lead to. I'm for sexual offense directory for offenders, because we know that the research is there that this behavior is very few individuals have been rehabbed. Like it's not. This is an affliction, and so more developed societies have realized this, and we have to know where you are. But it's better to know who these people are and know where they are. Right. Than the ones we don't know. I'm glad that you raised that, Mose, because we have the situation in Benke right now. We are waiting to see how the courts in Benke deal with that situation of the former diplomat, because we have seen, in terms of his bail, a difference in how he was treated against how the Belizean person, the other guy in Belize City, who did the same crime, was treated. One was granted bail, the other one was not. No, bail is granted at the discretion of the magistrate in certain respects, yes. So one cannot say that because one granted and the next one didn't grant, that in and of itself was a problem. But I'm saying, given the nature of the accusation against him and the fact that he was in a position of authority over a young person, and he was accused of doing that, and that young person lives in that community, he should not have been granted bail. But nobody is making any fervor about that. You understand? We have had a situation here in this country where the investigative quality has been so poor that even the easiest crimes to solve have gone unprosecuted, or the prosecutions have fallen through. And I'm talking from the perspective of a defense attorney, Mose. Being a defense attorney doesn't mean I condone crime. Being a defense attorney simply means that I will represent a client who has a case before the court to ensure that that person gets the best possible advocacy to determine whether he's guilty or not. If the prosecution is sound and the evidence is there, my client will be found guilty. But if the investigation is not sound and the evidence is not there, he will not be found guilty, or she will not be found guilty.
Give thanks. I got to go to break, Arthur. Give thanks for calling, man. Really appreciate your input this morning. Yes, man. Give thanks. We got to go to break. We'll be back. This is WB Wake Up with these morning vibes.
I'm gonna show out. And even if I have to fake it,
Make every moment matter with your credit card. More transactions, more chances to win cash back. You can be one of 4 monthly winners. Get a chance to win cash back with every purchase of $100 or more. For more information, visit www.atlabank.com. Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
How will you come from? How will you come from? We from St. Martin, we from St. Martin. Now where you come from?
St. Martin's Festival happening September 7th. Then on the Sunday, I want to make sure I come up bring out the whole family.
Alright people, this is Kenny Gladden representing for the St. Martin's Fest, September the 7th. Nobody will not miss this out because New Creation Band one day there with a lot of other people come in.
Y'all don't know this is your boy TR Shine and it's going to be the Martins Fest right there from Mahogany Boulevard. Cremite, we don't know if you don't come out and it's
we from St. Martin, we from St. Martin. Now where you come from?
The biggest business event of the year is back and better than ever. The Expo Belize Marketplace 2025. Mark your calendars and join us on September 13th and 14th at the Marion Jones Sporting Complex in Belize City. Don't miss your chance to explore hundreds of local businesses showcasing the very best in local products and services. From unbeatable deals and mouth-watering food and drinks to live entertainment that'll keep you moving. The Expo Belize Marketplace has it all. Whether you're shopping, discovering what's new on the market, or just enjoying the vibes, there's definitely something for everyone. So come on out and celebrate 29 years of Belizean innovation at the Expo Belize Marketplace 2025. See you there.
World shifts to regional supply chains, Belize is poised to lead. This is where blue innovation meets green ambition, and orange creativity thrives. Join us for the Belize Investment Summit 2025, September 3rd to 5th at the Sunset Carib in San Pedro. From agribusiness to aquaculture, from renewable energy to digital services, from tourism to trade, this is the future of regional integration, and it starts here. Whether you're returning home, expanding regionally, or entering new markets, Belize welcomes you. Why Belize? Why now? Belize Investment Summit 2025. Bridging markets, building resilience. September 3rd to 5th at Sunset Carib, San Pedro. Visit investmentsummit.bz to register and be part of shaping the investment frontier.
Yeah, welcome back. This is WUB Wakeability's Morning Vibes, where it's been the Ryan Budna morning for the most part. We did open up by paying our respect and condolences to the Aspinall family, our neighbors right across the street from us. The Zinc Fence, Mandala, Creme Radio, XTV conglomerate has not known another neighbor across the street than Mr. Kashan Aspinall Sr. And so anybody that has been a part of the Zinc Fence family, they have had that opportunity, and while he's known for as a teacher and a Methodist pastor, he's a stalwart of the community. He'd spent a little time in retirement working down in Mandala. We appreciate, we respect and admire and love our brother, a man who earned being called Honorable Kashan Aspinall Sr. We send our condolences to his family, to Miss Cherry and all his children and immediate family and friends. And of course, it's a loss to the community, a giant. And so we opened up the show talking a little bit about that and paying respect on this Monday morning. But otherwise, it's been Budna's morning. And this is a conversation that will continue as there's more to find out. I think the point made by Arthur, backed up by an esteemed WhatsApp contributor who has training in security and enforcement, pointing out that there are multiple things that could have been done by the state once they realized that there was an abduction and they failed to do it. Checkpoints and all of that. But this conversation is going to continue, and more information is sure to come out today. But we will take a final break because we're out of time, and we have to lock off the conversation for now.
At Atlantic Bank, your convenience is our priority. Our contact center is designed to enhance your banking experience. With a wide range of customer service options, you save time and effort. You can easily call in to block or unblock your debit and credit cards, perform account inquiries, and access detailed card information. Whether you need assistance with online banking, merchant support, or general inquiries, our team is ready to help. For added convenience, if all operators are busy, you can leave your number and an operator will return your call as soon as possible to ensure you receive the support you need. Depending on your transaction type, we may need to verify your identity through a set of security questions. And remember, Atlantic Bank will never request your username or password for Atlantic Online via phone call, text, or email, ensuring your personal information remains safe and secure. Our support team is available Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. in both English and Spanish. Simply dial 223-1212. This is a dedicated line for our contact center. Atlantic Bank is committed to providing you with exceptional service and the tools you need to manage your finances conveniently and securely. Take full advantage of our easy-to-use contact center services today.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Use B-Bucks to purchase items at any Benny's location. Spend B-Bucks on items in-store after you have earned them. You can gift or transfer B-Bucks to another B-Bucks member or registered charity. To learn more, visit our website at www.bbucks.bz. Remember, loyalty is always rewarding with B-Bucks. Brought to you by Benny's. Quality and savings.
Here's how to access your contribution history on the My Social Security portal. First, go to your browser and type ssbportal.org.bz. Enter your email and password, then click Log In. Once logged in, you'll see your full portal account on the screen. On the left-hand side, you'll notice a drop-down menu for added features. Click on History. Choose Contributions. Read the disclaimer, then click Continue. You'll now see a full window displaying your contribution history. In the table, each row represents a different year. For example, let's look at the year 2024. Click on the row and a detailed breakdown will appear. This breakdown includes your employer's name, your earnings for each month and week, contribution type, the amounts paid, and that's how you can explore the new contribution feature on the My Social Security portal. It's quick, easy, and keeps your Social Security information right at your fingertips. Create your account today.
How will you come from? How will you come from? My youth? We from St. Martin, we from St. Martin. Now where you come from?
St. Martin's Festival happening September 7th. You know, the Sunday, I want to make sure I come up, bring out the whole family.
Alright people, this is Kenny Gladden representing for the St. Martin's Fest, September the 7th. Nobody will not miss this out because New Creation Band one day there with all locked up other people. Come in.
Yo, you don't know this is your boy TR Shine, and it's going to be the Martins Fest right there from Mahogany, Boulevard, Cremite. We don't know if you don't come out, and it's
we from St. Martin, we from St. Martin. Now where you come from?
We are done for today, but once we got health, strength, we are back tomorrow at 6:30 for the Tuesday morning edition of the WUB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. Give thanks to the team behind the scene, making sure everything linked. We're happy. We've had the return of the legend himself back up. We're happy for that. Cliff Lewis Sr., known as Cliff the Glue, is back. And we are happy for that. We also have at Creme Radio, sitting in for Larry G, we have the international reggae kingpin, Tony G, and directing the show this morning, Miss Alexi Belay. Hope you have a great Monday. As always, stand strong, stand firm. For now, we're gone!
Wake up, believe, wake up, believe. Wake up, Belize, wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize, wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Belize, wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put the time in. Wake up, Belize, wake up, Belize. Voice our opinion and place your calling. Come be yourself, see yourself. This is a show that people believe our hopes up to needless reason. Nobody feel left out, is the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah. No respect, unselfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes to be obeyed.